Hey you guys, you YouTubers out there, welcome to this brand new sensational YouTube channel, JC Gallacher's Ebooks and Coffee. Me, I'm Marty Java. I'm a coffee connoisseur. I love to talk about the Java and I love to talk about ebooks. This morning I want to show you my friend. Here she is. This is Elsie. This is my little ukulele here, as you can see, and this is Elsie. Now, nobody gets to play Elsie except me, because Elsie is my special instrument. I named it after my dear old mom, who's gone to join the angels. Mom, if you're listening, I hope you like this. This is an old Ink Spots number, and I'm just going to play a little intro before I begin talking about our ebooks. It's called, very appropriately, the Java Jive. Here we go. I love coffee, I love tea, I like the Java Jive and it loves me. Coffee and tea and the Java and me. A cup, boy. There you go. Okay, that's just set the stage nicely. That was the Java Jive, talking about Java. Take this when you go. If you're on the tube, if you're on the bus, if you're out on a picnic, having a break at the office, take some fresh coffee on the go. But hey, I'm not getting paid for this. This is all free advertising, folks. Anyway, back to the story. I've got my script here about the books I'm going to be talking about. This morning, I want to talk about another book which is available on Amazon.co.uk, Amazon.com, but I'm not getting paid for it. This is all free stuff. This is a new ebook. You can put it on your Kobo, you can put it on your Kindle, you can download it on your Nook, you can download it to your mobile phone, and you can get it on Amazon. This is an ebook I want to tell you about. It's another collection of short horror stories from Bloodheart, no less, his second book. Originally, it was out at Halloween. It was meant as a freebie. If I was you, I'd contact the author and see if you can get it as a freebie. All you need to do is contact Creative Muse, that's MUSE 54 at gmail.com. That's creativemuse at gmail.com. See if you can get a freebie. This is a book called All Horrors Eve. It's based on the name All Hallows Eve, what we call Halloween. In America, we say trick or treat. You say Halloween. Potato, potato, tomato, tomato. What the heck? Anyway, I want to talk about this amazing little blood-curdling ebook. It has 6 short horror stories. They're not really so short, but they are shorts compared to your normal novel type book. A lot of them are set in the old days. We're going back a couple of 100 years and stuff like that. The first one is called The Curse of Abbe Shanks. The second one is I Hear You Knocking But You Can't Come In. Sounds like a Dave Edmunds song. The next one is The Day We Buried Eustace. The next one is The Accursed Jack-o'-lantern. We call them pumpkins here in America. The second last one is a story called Martha, Is That You? And the last one is called Strange Song. So I'd like to read you a few extracts from this little horror collection. I'd like to read you a little short sample of the story, The Day We Buried Eustace. It's a strange little tale. It's set back in sort of in the 1800s or so, I guess. It's about a man called Eustace, obviously, and he has a lady friend, and they're very close friends. She's a spinster, he's a bachelor, I presume, and he dies. And this lady goes to his funeral, and she goes to his graveside for a visit. And when she's there, she sees this strange kind of male figure, like a shadowy man or something, and it's darting back and forth in the graveyard among the old graves, and it's very agitated and stuff, you know, and it sees her, and when she gets a glimpse of it, it's totally horrible looking. And this mysterious, dangerous, malevolent presence thing follows her, and she gets chased out of the cemetery and has to get back home as quick as she can. And she's well-to-do. She has servants, and she has a trusty female servant called Betsy, and she gets Betsy to go and fetch the local minister, the local vicar, if you like, and fetch him over. So I'm going to take the story from there. This is Blood Hearts, All Horrors Eve, and remember, folks, I don't get paid for this. This is all free publicity. Here we go. When I arrived home that day, I was quite agitated and distressed after witnessing what I had seen. I had my servant Betsy fetch the Reverend Jones as quickly as she could. About 3/4 of an hour later, she arrived with Reverend Jones and made us tea. When I told the Reverend of my tale, he looked at me almost with incredulity in his eyes. I assured him I was in no way hallucinating at the graveyard that day. Betsy arrived with the tea, and while she was serving, the Reverend Jones began his tale. It seems that according to the Reverend, that some kind of crazed, tormented spirit, the spirit of a man who had lost his wife, and they buried her in the wrong plot. This tormented soul, he passed on himself, he died, and on occasion he was seen haunting the graveside, trying to find his wife's grave. According to Reverend Jones, in the Malleus Maleficarum, tormented spirits can eventually turn nasty and change into vengeful spirits, whereby they take out their unbridled frustration and anger on the living. And it's this last category that concerns me for your safety, he remarked. Seeing his words brought me no crumb of comfort then, it was agreed that on this night of All Hallows Eve, a night when the very dead themselves are cast from their graves to walk the earth, the Reverend would be kind enough to stay the night until morn had come and all was past. There were only 3 of us that night, the night of All Hallows Eve, myself, Betsy, and Reverend Jones. Time passed slowly, and at close of day, Betsy, who was made of stronger stuff than I, retired to bed with her customary dismissal of, "Sheer stuff and nonsense, miss." Time wore on, and come the witching hour, all was as quiet as the grave. I was about to put on some more tea, when the most blood-curdling sound was heard coming from somewhere outside my door. I dropped the cup and saucer on the floor where they smashed into pieces. I looked at the Reverend. Like me, he was clearly perturbed and not a little shaken. As soon as he could gather his wits and strength, he made for the door with a heavy silver cross from our wall. He flung open the front door and yelled out something in Latin, and then the words, "Begone, foul creature, back to the pit with you! The Word has commanded thee!" The Reverend stepped outside and into the garden, but he could see nothing. He was on his way back when the front door was forcibly banged shut. I screamed out for Betsy, but there was no answer. I tried to unlock the door, but it was stuck fast, with the Reverend yelling instruction to me from the outside. And as he was doing so, I thought I heard footsteps on the staircase, and turned just in time to see a mysterious black figure ascend them rapidly. I screamed out in terror again and tried the door, to no avail. It was stuck fast and would not budge. By now, the Reverend was yelling at the top of his voice for me to open it. I tried to explain when we both heard a horrible, strangled sound coming from Betsy's room. Well, guys, I don't want to spoil the story for you. It's up to you to get that book and read what happens next for yourself, but I can tell you this. This little collection is a little collection of horror gems. It's the crown jewels. So when you get your hands on this, don't read alone, because you'll only go to bed with the lights on, frightened to death, and we don't want that. So I'm going to sign off and just say that this is a fantastic horror collection. You really need to get a quick read at it. Contact the author if you want a free copy. I'm going to sign off now. My name is Marty Java, and remember, I'm not getting paid for all this. This is all free publicity, folks. But I do this in association with J.C. Gallacher's Ebooks and Coffee YouTube channel. Tune into that on a regular basis, folks, for more books. This is Marty Java saying, remember, no matter how much life sucks, it's all fantastic. See you later. Bye.